The heartbeat of any firehouse across the city of New York is the kitchen table. It's where we break bread, break balls, and break everything in between. They say all the world's problems can be solved at a firehouse kitchen table. I don't know how true that is, but what I do know, it's what I miss the most. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Kitchen table. Bright, sunny, beautiful day out today. Rangers play the Islanders. Outdoor game. Looking forward to that. I'm Kenny D, sitting here at the kitchen table, bringing it to you guys. I wanted to get something off my chest today. I'm trying to put out a message, if you guys have been watching the videos, of mental health awareness. And I don't know if I'm reaching anybody. I don't know if I'm not. But the message is through my experiences, my incidents, my mental health issues with depression, sadness, fear, anxiety, thoughts of suicide, the whole 9 yards. And how many times I was in a deep, dark fucking place. Trying to bring the message out to you guys, to anybody that needs help. That being said, it's crazy how coincidences or karma or the universe works. So I wanted to get this off my chest today. My wife and I were watching old home videos last night. We have the old Panasonic camcorder and these little mini DV videotapes, right? So for 17 years, they've been in the garage. Haven't been using them. Been thinking about them. Thinking I was going to convert them to digital or whatever. But the camcorder didn't work. So I just put it on the back burner. We got like 50 of these videotapes I want to convert. All early days of our marriage and the kids and stuff like that. Finally, I decide, and because I'm retired and I needed something to do, I buy a new camcorder. A used one, not new, because you can't buy a new one, to play these tapes so we can watch them on TV and maybe convert them to digital. So last night we were like, hey, let's throw some of these videotapes on. I was like, all right, fuck it. Let's do it. It was just me and her. And we're watching them, and it's great seeing the kids young and just watching them do their thing, and my old dog, and it's bringing back memories, and it's a lot of fun. But one of the videotapes it said lots of Luke. Luke is my son. And it says Luke's first steps. So we were watching it, and it's a long one because there's a lot on it. So a moment of the tape comes on, a moment where we got him. He's 9 months old at this point. And we got him standing up, right? And he's standing on his own, and we're clapping. We're like, oh, come on, Luke, do it. You can do it. You can do it. My daughter's there. We're in the house before some renovations, so there's stuff all over the place. The house is a mess. Playpen here and this and that. The TV's on. We're young. And sure enough, this kid takes his first steps. How great is that, to get that on tape, to see your child take their first steps? Amazing thing, right? That's a memory that you're going to have forever. And it was awesome to see it. It was awesome to see it again. But one of the things that happened in that tape was, that happens, he takes his first steps, and we cheer, and we laugh, and we're happy, seemingly. My daughter's happy, my wife's happy. But at one moment in time, she turns to me and says, you see, you don't have such a bad life after all. And it hit me like a fucking ton of bricks. Because I said to her, she goes, you hear what I said? And I go, what? What did you say? She goes, and that's what she said. And immediately I felt shame and guilt. Overwhelmed me. All those feelings fucking came back. I was like, holy shit. 17 years ago, I was in some deep, dark, fucking shithole. Pit of fucking despair, wallowing in my own self-pity. And in one of the greatest moments of a family's life, of a child's life, of a parent's life, is to see their child take their first steps. And she had to turn to me and say that because I was in some place. I wasn't 100% present in that moment. I was there physically. I clapped. Thought I was happy. Watched his first steps. It was unbelievable to see and get it on tape. But I wasn't present mentally 100%. I mean, if that doesn't prove to you, to me, the shit that I've been through in my head, I was so comfortable in that mindset of depression and sadness and anger and whatever it was I was going through and feeling it for so long. I was so comfortable in it. It was just normal for me. It was just normal for me to be like that all the time. If that's not the universe or karma or whatever you want to call it, coincidence, call it a coincidence, coming back and telling me that I'm doing the right thing right now by trying to get a message out to you. For so long, I was in that mindset and I robbed everybody of that moment. My daughter, my wife, myself, and my son of his first steps. One of the greatest moments in a person's life to see their child take their first steps. And I feel like I robbed everybody of that. And the shame that I have, the guilt. So just imagine if that moment was caught on tape, that my wife had to say that to me. Imagine all the other times of moments that should have been happy and joyful and bliss with not just my family, not just my children and my wife, but friends, old cop buddies, brothers in the firehouse, relatives, family. How any moment that could have been happy and I was not 100% present. It probably happened over and over and over. And people were there and dealing with that. And I probably robbed them of those moments. I could have. I don't know. Maybe when they think about, oh, how great that moment was. But remember how fucking Kenny wasn't with it? Or sad or depressed? It's unbelievable to think about. I couldn't get this off my mind. So I had to get on here real quick and tell you guys. And let it be known that karma has come around for me seeing that to bring the message to you. To know that I'm doing the right thing. Whether anybody watches this or not, whether anybody gets the message or not, know that it's fucking not the norm. If you're feeling this every day, if you're out there and you're just used to feeling like shit every single day, it's not the norm. Don't let it be normal for you. Don't let it be the way you live your life. Because you're not just robbing yourself of beautiful moments, you're robbing all the people around you that love you. Don't let it be normal. Don't get comfortable in those fucking situations anymore, in that mindset anymore. Get out of that. Get help. Get on a program. So another thing I want to say is because of that moment, it made me want to apologize and say I'm sorry to anybody, family, friends, brothers in the firehouse, cop buddies, Navy buddies. I don't even know if I know any Navy buddies out there anymore. If at any moment in time that we were in a happy moment and you could tell that I wasn't, or I wasn't fully with it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I robbed you of that moment. I'm sorry that that's your memory of me being a fucking asshole, being depressed, being down, bringing the party down, whatever the case may be. I'm sorry if I was a complete asshole to you, if it was unwarranted. Listen, don't get me wrong. It was plenty of times warranted where people needed to be told that they were fucked up and I was the guy to do it. But many times it wasn't. And if you're somebody that's watching this and knows me, and you remember, man, I didn't do anything for him to treat me that way. I'm sorry. My mind was another place. I wasn't 100% present. So that's all I really have to say. About 10 minutes, real quick one. Apologies. No fire stories today. No cop stories today, but I'll get to another one. This is the kitchen table. I'm Kenny. I'll see you at the big one.